What's going on, Jeromes? So, with the Minnesota fighting Vikings allegedly 0-3, a lot of trade rumors have swirled around Vikings quarterback JEROME Ezekiel Cousins, who is in the final year of his contract with the Vikings. And with the void years, it makes it impossible for the Vikings to franchise tag him. So, absent a long-term extension here with the Vikings, he's probably going to be hitting the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Even though Kirk Cousins has been balling. The entire league has been kirking around, and they're finding out, and Kirk has not been the issue. I understand. Oh, but he should have clocked it. Okay. So Kirk clocks it, then you try to get into a play where Kirk hits Hockenson in the hands in the end zone. I mean, what more do you want? It doesn't matter. You're never going to win an argument when people already have their mind made up. Anyways, so Kirk Cousins leading the league in passing yards, 7th in completion percent, 69.6%. Nice. Tied for 4th in yards per attempt, so it doesn't mean that he's just dinking and dunking it Brock Purdy style. 1st in touchdowns with 9. Tied for 12th with interceptions with 2, although only 1 was on him. I mean, the Hockenson one with the deflection, that counted on Kirk. That's messed up, man. 108.2, quarterback rating 3rd in the league, as well as a 77.6 PFF grade, which is 6th in the league. So Kirk Cousins, as much as people want to throw rocks at Kirk, like it's 2018, like it's 2020, Kirk has not been the issue this season. And yes, all of the Kirk Cousins, laundry's done. All of the Kirk Cousins trade rumors swirled around the Jets after they lost Aaron Rodgers with the Achilles, even though the Jets are completely imploding and they may not be a factor at the trade deadline anyway at this rate. But a new shooter has been the Falcons, where he looks good in that number 8. Is that even a Photoshop? I don't know. Anyway, so the Falcons, Arthur Smith is supposedly noted as one of these offensive mastermind gurus. Like, he did good things as OC of the Titans, getting the most out of Ryan Tannehill. But, of course, offense is really easy when you have prime Derrick Henry, whatever. But the Atlanta offense, I mean, they have Bijan, who's going to be a stud in this league. They misuse tight end Kyle Pitts. They misuse wide receiver Drake London. And Desmond Ridder, our guy from Cincinnati, doesn't look like he's got it. And Atlanta at 2-1 right now, maybe could make a push in the NFC South, and they could be suitors for Kirko, etc. But I don't see any of these happening. Number one, it's twofold. So yes, Kirk Cousins does have a no trade clause, and he would have to waive that and approve of whatever team he's going to. I don't think that he would do that absent some new money from the new team. And also, the Vikings have to agree to the trade as well. So I don't think that. So both of them have to turn their keys to launch this nuke. I just don't see that happening for a couple of reasons. And first off would be, he wouldn't want to move his family. I mean, Kirk, from the quarterback documentary, you saw like Kirk is very much a family guy. He's very much a Midwestern guy, raised in Michigan. And I don't see him just uprooting his family as both of his kids are in school right now. And I also don't see him just playing the mercenary and just living by himself in like an unfurnished apartment, except for some Kohl's furniture. Does Kohl's have furniture? I don't know. Or no, Julie can go to Home Goods or something. I don't know. So I don't see them uprooting their family mid-season and going to somewhere where they may only be for the rest of the year, absent a long-term deal. So obviously, if Kirk is traded to the Jets, he isn't getting a long-term deal there, since they seem like they're going to roll Rodgers next year. And also, cap-wise, it would be really tough to swing 2 premium contracts, because even if Rodgers retires, he's going to be dead on their salary cap. Atlanta, I mean, So this goes to the last point. Why drain resources? So say Kirk Cousins actually does have interest in signing with Atlanta in the offseason, right? So why would he waive his no-trade clause, have the Falcons give up premium draft capital, and then he goes to his new team, he signs his new deal, and then they're out a first or second round pick anyway? That doesn't really make sense either. So that would be potentially like a selfish way of looking at it from Kirk's perspective. Also, with the Jets, number 2, he already rejected the Jets in 2018. Remember, when he was a free agent from Washington, after they tagged him twice, he picked Minnesota and his beauty and amazingness over northern New Jersey, even though the Jets offered him $90 million guaranteed and the Vikings $84. So $6 million extra. Kirk basically paid $6 million to live in Minnesota versus New York or New Jersey area. There you go. Also, the best chance to put up numbers here. So, Kirk, if he did go to a new team, he would have to learn a new offense. And, I mean, getting things off the ground may be slow going. And he's looking it is what it is. Like, Kirk is looking to put up big time numbers so he can get a fat ass extension, whether here or somewhere else. And that is the business being the business. And his best chance is here. Kirk is on pace to smash numerous records, including passing yards in a season. Like, he's on pace for over 6K. And his best chance to do that is here, an offense he's comfortable with Kevin O'Connell, even with the offensive line being poopy, because he got Justin freaking Jefferson. And respect to Drake London, and definitely respect to Garrett Wilson. They're not Justin Jefferson as of right now. Ain't doing it, man. Plus, there could still be a chance that the Vikings get an extension with Kirk. Although, how tasty would it be? Kirk is traded to the Falcons for, say, a first-round pick. Kirk leaves Atlanta as a free agent, signs back with the Vikings. They have Atlanta's first-round pick. They spend both draft picks on offensive line and defensive line, and then go from there. Like, how amazing and Machiavellian would that be? Probably wouldn't happen. I actually think that the league would step in and be like, no. Mutombo on that one. Also, still a chance for an extension with the Vikings. Like we said, Kirk is 35. Matthew Stafford is 38. Rich Gannon was 38 when he won MVP. Aaron Rodgers is old as hell. Brady is 75. All that stuff. So it's not on the realm of possibility, especially the way that Kirk is playing right now, especially the way that Kirk is taking care of his body, that he plays for another 3-4 years. And that's not on the realm of possibility. Also, I mean, the Jets might be 1-6 at the trade deadline. The Falcons might be 2-5, 2-6. I don't know when their bye week is. So maybe a moot point there. Also, one of the reasons why Vikings ownership wouldn't want to trade Kirk is because it would piss off Justin Jefferson. And I truly believe that. You know, people say like, oh, JJ doesn't care about Kirk. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And if JJ thinks that Kirk has 2, 3, 4 years in him, and JJ is looking for an extension, if they trade Kirk, it's clearly a sign that they're tanking or going to attempt to tank. And Justin Jefferson, that dog ain't going to hunt. Like, Justin Jefferson, all he wants to do is win. He is never going to abide by trying to field a weak inside and lose games to improve your draft stock. I'm sure he understands, like, hey, Caleb Williams, blah, 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 blah. Justin Jefferson does not care. If they trade Kirk Cousins and or Danielle Hunter at the deadline, immediately, I think that Justin Jefferson will request a trade in the offseason and will not sign an extension here. So that's something that ownership has to balance too. Because like we said, it really is like a nuclear weapon. Both sides have to turn their keys. Kirk has to waive his no trade clause. Vikings have to agree to trade Kirk. I don't see it happening. I don't. And even though the Vikings, I mean, things could get bad if they don't win at Carolina, if they don't win at Chicago before the trade deadline after Week 8. But I just don't see it happening. I mean, the Vikings could be 0-8 at the trade deadline. I still don't think that they trade Kirk. So there you go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Why Kirk Cousins probably would never waive his no trade clause. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.